Hey guys, before I start this video, I just wanted to give you some news. So during this video, I talk about my boo-boo baby Lavender and how I had found someone who was willing to buy her, and unfortunately that has fallen through. So she is for sale. I'm charging $175 for her since she is a boo-boo baby. She has a burn on the side of her head from a heating lamp that I used to root. It looks like a birthmark. It's really not all that serious, but it's still a flaw. So that's why she's going for a reduced price. She comes with the outfit she's wearing in her pictures on my Facebook and Instagram, and she comes with 2 additional outfits. She comes also with 2 pacifiers. One is the one that she's wearing in the pictures, and then an additional one, plus a pacifier clip. And she also comes with a little Afghan hand crocheted by my aunt for her, and her COA and a birth certificate. So if you're interested, then contact me on my Instagram, either comment on my post where I'm selling her or DM me, and we'll work things out. So during this video I talk about the buyer, and just disregard that, I guess. I talk about it too much to be edited out, and I'm not really great at editing anyway, so I don't want it to seem choppy, so I'm just leaving it in. But do know that she is for sale, and you can buy her through my Instagram, or if it takes too long for someone to buy her on my Instagram, I am going to be starting up an Etsy soon, so she might go up there, she might not, depends on if someone shows interest in her. So we'll see. Alright, here's the rest of the video. Hey guys, what's up? Violet Fields Nursery here, back again with another video. I promised you guys that I would show you my Realborn Lavender sleeping that I created, so I thought before I ship her off to her new mommy, I thought I'd show her to y'all. This is her. So if you follow my Instagram or my Facebook, you'll know that she kind of had a little run-in with the heating lamp that I used to root. And when I saw that boo-boo on her, I was devastated. I did not know what I was going to do because I had made her to sell. So I didn't have any idea whether I was going to be able to sell her or not, or what I was going to have to do. And I was just in shock, and I was devastated. So I posted the picture of the boo-boo on Instagram, and someone actually commented and said, DM me. So I DM'd her, and it turns out that someone had seen the boo-boo on her and thought that that was something that they'd like to have in their collection, despite, having a flaw. So I am really excited that I was able to find someone who's going to love her, and I am just over the moon about that. So she has rooted hair. She's a little auburn baby. You can hardly see it in this lighting, it's terrible, but it's very thin compared to how I rooted Violet, because I think I explained this in a previous video. Whenever I rooted Violet, I rooted her very thick, and I also rooted more than one hair per follicle. I rooted, oh gosh, multiple hairs per follicle, and it ended up being a nightmare because her hair looks more like a wig than it does rooted. I mean, I still love her, obviously. She's my first reborn, and I love her to pieces, and I would not trade her for the world. But it just wasn't the look I was going for. But with Lavender, I rooted her very thin. You can still see her scalp. I don't know if you can see the veining on there. You can definitely see the blue shading right here on her soft spot. But there you go, there you can see the veining. So it turned out a lot better than my previous attempt at rooting, and I'm very happy with how that turned out. It's a learning process, and I'm still getting used to it, and I'm still learning, and the more I create reborns, the more I'll learn and the better I'll be. So I'm very happy with how this came out. And she also has rooted eyelashes. I rooted them with the leftover dark brown, or it wasn't dark brown, it was regular brown, like a medium brown that I had for Violet, because I wanted them to be more noticeable than her hair is, since it's so light. So you can tell that she has eyelashes for sure. And so that was a first for me. I had never rooted eyelashes before, and funnily enough, I had to go back and take off Violet's lash strips and root her eyelashes, because I was there were a couple things about her that I didn't like. So I had only rooted about here with her eyebrows, because I was terrified that I was going to make them too thick and I didn't know what to do. So I just only rooted part of them. And then above her ear, she had bald spots that went like that, because I parted it up way too high. So I went back and I fixed that, and I rerooted those parts. I finished her eyebrows, and then I rooted the bald spots. And I had to root her eyelashes, because whenever I was spraying the water on the eyebrows to try and style them, apparently the glue I use isn't waterproof, so so the lash strips were coming off, and I'm like, okay, am I going to sit here and re-glue these, or am I going to make them look better by rooting them? And nothing against people who use lash strips. I think they're beautiful in their own right, but I just prefer the look of rooted lashes. So I decided to go back and root her lashes, and they ended up pretty good. I'll have to show y'all, make an update video with the fixed parts of Violet. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So yeah, rooting lashes was a new experience for me, and I like how they came out. So for her, instead of rooting her eyebrows, I painted them. And painting eyebrows is a new experience for me too. And next time I would probably go ahead with a thinner brush. I just didn't have one thin enough at my disposal at the moment. But overall, I'm happy with how they turned out. A few learning things for next time is that if I ever get another doll with a crease right here, I don't think I'm going to blush it or crease it as deep. It just makes her look angry. And I looked at people's examples on Bountiful Baby of dolls that they had done, and nobody had creased it quite like that. So I creased her a little too darkly there, but that's okay. It's still adorable, don't get me wrong. That's just a learning experience. I think I'm going to be changing my creasing color, because right now it is very pinky red, and I think I would like to make it a little more, I don't know, just like a little more purple to kind of tone it down a little bit. Not much, just enough to where it doesn't look like so bright red like in the creases. Like right here you can tell it's pretty bright red. So that's also a learning experience for the future. I just like, you know, talking about what I'm learning while I'm doing this, because it is a learning process, and there are going to be things that that each individual artist learns what they like, what they don't like on their babies, and as they go along, they'll learn new things, and I like documenting that. So, and also the number one learning lesson is watch where your heating lamp is pointing, because it's got like two little prongs, and then the heating, or the light element, and then the light bulb right here. And so you want to make sure that the prongs are where they need to be, so that you don't end up with a glue like this. I am very, very fortunate that it wasn't worse than it ended up. So on a different note, so Lavender is going to be going home to her mommy, who actually lives in England. So she's going to be going on a very long journey. So to go along with her, I've picked out two other outfits, two pacifiers, magnetic, obviously. So yes, she has magnet in her head, like a lot of reborns do. So one of the pacifiers is in her pictures on Facebook and Instagram. It's a little lion. It goes, excuse you, pardon my birds. One of the pacifiers is a little lion that goes along with this outfit really well. It's got stripes on it, so like the main design, it's like striped. It's pretty cute. So she's going home with that, and then another pacifier, and it also came with a pacifier clip, and then 2 other outfits. And then my aunt actually, we were visiting her in Houston, and she decided that she was going to create a receiving blanket for her. So she crocheted that, and that'll be going home with her. It matches her outfit, so it's pretty cute. So I'm hoping that her mommy posts pictures of what's in the box opening and stuff on Instagram. If not, it's not a problem. But so I'm hoping that she likes the stuff that I've packed along with her, and yeah. Sorry, I'm still getting used to being on camera. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and also, she was originally like 5.5 pounds because I weighted her like most people do. I had the weights in the arms and the legs, like the glass beads in the arms and the legs and the head, and then 2 in the body, 1 in the tummy, and then 1 in the shoulder area to kind of hold her head up better. But to lower shipping costs, me and her mommy decided to take out the glass beads in her stomach and her like shoulder chest area, so that she wouldn't be quite as heavy for the travel. And her mommy may or may not decide to re-weight her when she gets her. That's her choice. But so on her COA, I used whiteout so that she can fill in whatever weight she ends up being. And then I also had my dad help me make a birth certificate to send home with my babies, and I left that part open on the birth certificate as well. So she may or may not re-weight her. It's her choice, and no matter what, whether she's weighted or not, she's still a very adorable baby. And she's still got a little bit of weight to her, just not as much as she did before. But she's still got the weight in her head and her limbs, so it's not like she's not weighted at all. So whether or not she decides to re-weight her body, she's still got some heft to her, which is nice. But yeah, that's about it. So I hope you've enjoyed meeting Lavender, and I'll link her mommy's Instagram once the deal is finalized. Like, I don't want to jump the gun. We're still working on final details, but once the deal goes through and all that, I'll link her Instagram so y'all can follow her and hopefully see Lavender again in the future. My goodness. Sorry about that. So my next project will be a Darren Asleep. So because of the boo-boo that Lavender had, my dad decided that he wanted to kind of make it up to me. Like, he knew I was really disappointed about it, so he's like, hey, I'll buy your next doll kit. So I was like, cool, you can decide which one I do next. Since you're going to be buying it for me, then you can decide which one I'm going to be doing. I thought that was only fair, so he chose Darren sleeping, since he kind of, there's a picture of him as a baby where he has his mouth open. Picture of my dad as a baby where he has his mouth open a lot like Darren does. So he was like, this one kind of looks like me, so that's why I'm choosing it. So that'll be my next project. I started with the base layer tonight, and I'll continue working on him. And whenever I have progress pictures, I'll upload them on my Facebook and on my Instagram. So be on the lookout for those. Alright, see you guys. Bye!